afternoon. My name is Shannon Sims, and we're going to do a quick power flow today. We're going to work in, and we're going to be doing a lot of twists. This is pretty much designed so even if you're a little newer to yoga, you could probably still do this. We're going to have kind of an open, moving flow. Anything that you need to modify. I have some blocks. Like I said, we're going to work into a peak pose called side crow. Now, a lot of times in yoga, we think sometimes we can't do something because I'm not doing it yet. And all of these are stages. To come into crow pose took me 2 years. So a lot of times we forget in our yoga practice that a pose is something we work up to. It's not that I can't do something, it's I haven't figured out how to make it fit in my body yet. A lot of these poses are measured in years of accomplishment, not necessarily days or even classes. So just keeping that in mind, being really gentle to yourself and knowing that sometimes I'm learning the steps. So we're going to start at the top of that. And just take your toes together and maybe actually spread your feet. Let's take a moment, just quiet your space. Now, quieting your body, quieting the space around you, I want you to start to be aware of pulling the belly slightly in and just keeping this very gentle connection to the low abdomen. Now these are the transverse abdominals. This kind of holds us up and keeps us actually a little taller, a little more upright in our position. Now I don't have to over pull, because when I over pull, I'm working the actual rectus abdominals and I'm crunching in and creating a little bit too much of an arch. So I want you to think about keeping this connection to your lower core for your entire class. And letting your arms kind of roll back. Let's breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, just finding this gentle ujjayi breath. Feel on every inhale that your body gets a little taller, a little longer. And on every exhale, instead of feeling a crunch or a fold in the spine, feel as though the feet get a little heavier. Keeping soft bends in the knees. Just staying here for a few more breaths. If you have an intent for this practice, maybe setting your intent, maybe taking a moment, saying a few words of gratitude and thanks for anything that's going on in your day. And then keeping the feet where they are, we're going to find a fold forward. So start to bend the knees and just pull the bottom back. And let's bring the arms down and think about hanging the head kind of heavy. And as you do this, I want you to find these little bounces. And bend the knees a lot. Pull the navel in towards the spine, lengthening the head forward. Now if this is too much, bend the knees a little bit more. And just kind of pressing into the big toes and seeing how the shoulders feel. If the shoulders feel okay, maybe keep this little bounce. Draw the hands to the elbows. And just finding maybe 10 more. And 9, 8, 7. Again, these are really small bounces. 6, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And start to roll it up. And notice how we really just engage the hamstrings. Reach and extend the arms up. Drop your shoulders back a little bit. Let's use that right hand, grab onto the left wrist, pull up, get height. So instead of reaching so far over, get more height into the ribs and really lengthen the left side body, a little less crunch in the right side. Inhale, coming back to the center. Again, finding length, left arm reaches up, shoulders press down a little. So shoulders are going to reach away from the ears and just reaching the right arm up and the rib cage up. On your inhale, coming back, and then exhale, finding this fold forward again. Maybe bending the knees. If your legs feel okay, think about just finding that fold forward, and again, maybe moving a little side to side without the bouncing this time. gaze forward, maybe hands towards shins, and then exhale, plant your hands down, step out, plank pose. Draw your belly in and really knit your ribs in and up. Pull your shoulders back, and then slowly start to lower down. Bring the belly all the way to the ground. Elbows extend back, uncurl the toes. Think about lengthening the legs. So pull your legs back as though you're walking your hips back, and then inhale. Pull up through the chest, elbows down. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes. Press yourself back into a really soft downward dog. So pressing yourself away from your wrist, maybe pedaling out a little bit, seeing how you feel. Chin is a little in towards the chest. Point the crown of the head forward, roll the shoulders back. Maybe rising up a few times on the toes, bringing the heels down. Any little movements that start to feel good. I'm going to plant the left hand down, left foot down, toes come together to touch, right leg comes up on your inhale and open your hip and just start to move your ankle out. And then going the other direction. Bring the right knee over towards the left tricep, so squeezing it in. And then inhale, taking it back. We're going to keep it over to the tricep, so exhale, keep it towards the tricep. So you can drop it down to the wrist, up to the tricep, and then back up towards the sky. One more like that. So exhale, over towards the tricep, the wrist, back to the tricep, and then up towards the sky. Bring your knee in towards your nose, around your spine, hold here, so you can kiss your knee, and then lightly step your foot between your thumbs. Bring your left knee down, uncurl your toes, maybe extend the arms out, and let's stretch the wrists. So take your hands in a fist and just roll your wrists out. Push your shoulders down, and then bring those arms out in cactus, keeping the fist and maybe moving those wrists out a few more times. And then open the hands, pull the elbows down, lift the heart, lift the chest, and then exhale. Take the hands down. Fingers are going to stay down. Think about rounding the belly, pushing through the right foot, nose towards knee. Inhale, pressing the chest forward, shoulders back. Stretch into the left hip. One more like that. Exhale, round, maybe nose towards knee. If you can hold here, see if you can float the fingers, staying here for 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fingers come down, reaching your chest forward. Stay up on the fingertips if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Reach the hips up, exhale, find that fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, stay on the fingertips. See if you can lift to the right leg up a little. And then pull it back, working into that abdomen, press the hands down. Ripple forward, chin in towards the chest. And then exhale, lower down halfway. Shoulders stay straight, uncurl the toes. Lift the heart, bend the elbows just a little. Chin in towards the chest, pushing up into downward facing. Let us separate the feet just a little bit. Press into the left hand. Take that right arm across the left side, so you're getting this nice little twist. And then when you're ready, bring the right hand back in. Press yourself back and shorten your stance just a little. Bring the right hand over towards the right ankle. Grab onto it and see if you can start pushing the weight into the right foot. Lift the left. If that feels okay, extend and start to reach the left leg up. Draw the belly in, hold here, pull your crown of the head forward. As you pull the heel back, you can also reach for the toes if that helps. When you're ready, slowly use the abdomen, pull the low belly in, slowly take the left foot down. Right hand finds back, step back, downward facing, and ripple forward into your plank. Curl your toes, glide back, downward facing. Bring the toes together, left leg comes up, open your hip to the left, bend your knee, flex your foot, roll out your ankle. And then rise up high onto the right toes, bring your left knee over towards the right tricep, little twist. Inhale, extend back to the center. Exhale, elbow towards tricep, and then take it down to the wrist, back up to the tricep, and then inhale, leg towards the sky. One more like that. So exhale, twist to the tricep, drop it down to the wrist, back to the tricep, and up towards the sky. Think about bringing your knee in towards your nose, around your spine, push through, and then lightly step between the thumbs. Bring the right knee down, Inhale the arms, push the shoulders down. Make those fists. So notice if there's tension in the wrists. We're going to be on our hands quite a bit today, so any opportunity we get to work out the wrists, do that. Bring those elbows out, and again, keep the fist and see if the wrist movement changes. Now I'm going to reach the elbows down a little bit, so you can uncurl the back toes, pull the heart up. And then release the fingertips down. I'm going to stretch around the back, so pull the belly in, so you can find nose towards knee. Inhale, keep the hands down, pull the shoulders back, and really lengthen that right hip flexor. Round, pull the belly in as much as you can, and see, can I start to lighten the fingertips? Make the forehead towards the knees, staying here for 5. Keep curling in, 4. It's almost like I'm trying to tuck my bottom ribs in towards the top ribs, 2, and 1, like they're folding in on themselves. Come forward a little bit, rise up on your fingertips. Press your back, right foot back, let your hips go skyward, exhale, fold. Now inhale, lengthen, stay on the fingertips. See if you can start to pull your navel in, lift the left leg. If you have, pull it back into your downward facing, place the hands down, exhale. Ripple forward, chin in towards the chest, find plank. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, take your feet out a little bit wider. You're going to take the left hand, take it over towards the right side. Find a little shoulder stretch and really push through that right shoulder. When it's comfortable, take that left hand back, and if you need to, shorten the stance just a little bit. Heels or your feet, your toes should actually be pointing towards the wrist. Now, see if you can walk the left hand back, grabbing onto the left ankle. If it's not there, push it in front. And then just lift the right leg. Hover there, draw the navel in, so notice the belly is kicking on. Then start to extend the right leg up. Fire the heel back and get length. Straighten out the arm as much as you can. Draw your navel in, staying here for 5. 4, find a spot to focus on. 3, 2, and 1. Think about bringing that right leg slowly down to the earth. Take the hands forward, walk the feet back a little bit, find that longer plank position, shift and ripple forward. Chaturanga, lower down for 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, pull forward, shoulders back, bend the elbows. Exhale, bend your knees, ripple back, glide any way that feels good, downward facing. So I'm going to rise up on my toes, gaze between my thumbs, walk or jump forward on your exhale. Soft landing, bend the knees back. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, back again. Bend your knees, let's come through Utkatasana. So reach the arms up. Now I'm going to take my hands to my heart, thumbs pressed to my chest. I'm going to twist over towards the left side, and I don't want you to touch your right elbow towards your knee. So you can twist, keeping the knees together, and then start to bring it down, but don't connect it. See where the elbow would be. So see if you can take it down to the outside. Turn a little bit more. Now see, can you draw the belly in? Lifting up, holding the position. So I'm engaging the obliques more than using the strength of the shoulders and the upper body. Stay here for 3. Keep using those obliques. 2, and 1. Inhale, come up. I know that's harder. Sink down a little bit more so you can find that lower chair. Inhale, come up just a little bit. Take the hands to the heart, really twist over to that other side. So left elbow turns on your exhale. So you can sink down a little bit more. Left elbow might connect to the knee. Get in that deeper position. Lift the ribs, really pull it up, gaze up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your knees together. And on your inhale, keep the twist. Keep your knees forward, push the weight into your heels, but keep the twist as much as you can. Maybe gazing up, staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Woo, exhale, dive forward, tailbone, let head comes down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk, jump, fly, flip back into your chaturanga or plank. Inhale, upward facing. Find that extra push if you can. So find a chaturanga. Press up to plank. downward facing dog. Right leg comes up, right knee over towards that left tricep. Drop it down to the wrist, up to the tricep, down to the wrist, up to the tricep, back up towards the sky. We'll do one more like that. So you're gonna bring that knee over, exhale, touch the tricep, wrist, touch the tricep, wrist, hold on the tricep, extend the leg. Press into the right hand, lift up, fallen triangle. Find this twist. So we're going to twist through the abdomen. I'm going to bring the left arm down. Rise up onto the left toes. So you can find chaturanga arms, maybe lower down. Press up through plank. I know that's hard. Hold the knee in, extend it up. Bring the right knee towards your nose, round your spine, lightly step through the thumbs. Stay up high on the back toes. Reach the arms up. Make those fists, find those circles. Now I'm going to bring the hands down to the heart. I'm going to start to slowly drop the back knee down. Turn your body, exhale, face it over towards the right side and see if you can find this twist. Originate the twist in the obliques. So you should really feel this right oblique pulling. Now bring the left elbow over, squeeze the belly in, using less of the shoulders, more of the obliques, so you can start to straighten out the back leg. Pull the belly in, lift up and get length in the back of the spine. Stay here. Make sure the left big toe is down and the right knee is reaching forward, so find length. Keep pulling the hips so they're almost on the same plane. Instead of in a twist, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. When you're ready, inhale, come back to the center, reaching the arms up, lower the knee, don't touch it down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen. Reaching the arms forward, straighten out the back leg. Push your weight into your right heel. Staying here, keep the belly strong. 5, 4, 3. So you can keep pulling forward. 2 and 1. Take the hands down. So fingertips are going to come down. I'm going to round the back. Maybe the nose finds the knee. Inhale, extend, lengthen. Exhale, press through the right foot. See if the nose can find the knee. Lift the hands. Stay here. 5, 4, 3. Round the back. 2, 1. Nice. Plant the hands down. Straighten out the legs. Bow forward. I know that feels good. Inhale, lengthen. See if you can lift that right leg up. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Pull it back. Press the hands down. Ripple forward. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a moment, scissor out the knees. Toes come together. Inhale, left leg comes up. Knee comes over towards the right tricep. Down to the wrist, up to the tricep, down to the wrist, up to the tricep. Inhale, take it back. One more like that. So exhale, twist. Down to the wrist, up to the tricep. Down to the wrist, up to the tricep. Hold, extend that left leg out, and then start to spiral. Reach the right heel down. Right arm might come up. Fallen triangle. Right hand comes down. Shoulders and wrists align. Square your hips. Find chaturanga arms. So lower. Inhale, press up. Lift the knee back and send it towards the sky. Bring your knee towards your nose. Round your spine, lift up. Push your foot between your thumbs. Find that high lunge. So inhale, reaching the arms up. Make those fists. Find those circles. So going both directions. Nice. Taking the hands down towards the heart. Start to slowly drop the right knee. Take the right knee all the way down. We're going to originate in the obliques. So I'm twisting right at the center. Squeeze the left thigh in towards the right. And then feel this in your left obliques. Keep turning. Squeezing the ribs in. Lifting up, getting height, getting length. Press the right elbow down. So you can keep the twist in the obliques. So pull the belly in. Now, as you're here, lengthen the spine. Maybe start to straighten out that right leg. Press to the toes and keep twisting over towards the left side, finding that really deep twist. Staying here, maybe even detaching the elbow just a little bit, making sure that you know where that twist is. It's in the muscle. On your inhale, slowly coming back to the center, reach and extend the arms up. Bring that knee back down. Inhale, so remember, don't touch the knee. Exhale, lower, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, lower, hover here, and then reach yourself forward, putting that weight into that left foot, left heel. Maybe shifting forward a little bit. So rising up onto the toes, staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing back a little bit, fingertips come down. Round, so we want to put it in the abdomen. Pull the lower abdomen in. So you're going to reach your back up and keep hugging the abdomen in. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen the chest. And then as you exhale, lift up, push through the left heel. See if you can float the hands. Nose towards the knee, curling in on yourself. Keep a firm foundation in that leg. 3, 2, 1. Press the fingers down. Woo! Straighten out the legs. Nice. Lift the hips up. Bow into it. All right. Inhale. Keep the fingertips. Lift the heart, lift the chest. And as you're here, shift just a little bit. Weight back into the right leg. Pull the belly in. That's going to help lift that left leg for 3, 2, 1. Press back, downward facing into that quad and cramp. Ripple forward, chin in towards your chest, find chaturanga. Lower down. Press up to your high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Up to high plank, 1 more. Down, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Shoulders back, bend your elbows. Let's find chaturanga again. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Up to your plank. Downward facing dog. Woo! All right, so we have a challenge, and I'm going to have a chaturanga with a twist. So you can't do it, don't worry about it. Bend your knees and drop your knees down. If you can, chin in towards your chest, come forward into your high plank. Turn your heels over towards the side. So you're going to immediately feel this in your right side, and then pull your heels back, and then turn your heels towards the left. Keep your chest reaching forward. So we're going to reach up, right heels come to the right side, lifting up left heels, or the heels come to the left. Lift, right, lift, left. Now see if you can pull your chest forward, hug your belly in, and we're going to stay to the right. So right, center, right, center. 5 more like this. 4, find this plank. 3, 2, 1, center, downward facing. So all of our side crow, a lot is in our obliques. So we really want to strengthen the obliques. Press and ripple forward into your plank. Separate your feet so they're just a little apart, about hip distance, and then reach your heels over towards the left. Rise back up to the left, rising up. Bring them to the left, rising up. We've got 5 more like that. And 4, and push equal weight into the hands. 3, 2, last one. Nice. So press back downward facing. And just scissoring out the knees a little bit. So we're going to come forward into that plank pose. Lower down into chaturanga. Turn your heels to the right. Come back to the center. And then turn your heels to the left. Back to the center. Press up plank. Downward facing. And know that one's tricky. Stay here for a few breaths. Bend your knees. Scissor just a little bit. When you're ready, rising up at your toes. Gaze between your thumbs. Walk or jump forward on your exhale. Lower down. Bow into it. And just take your wrists upside down. And move your wrists a little side to side. Now we're going to come into a squatted pose. So So you can use your blocks if you need them. I'm going to show crow variations. So as I'm here, I want to rise up really high on the toes. Now I'm going to bring both hands over towards the right side. So the left elbow is going to be on the outside and the left tricep is trying to kind of snuggle up right towards the top of the knee area. So it's above, right up here towards the side of the thigh, and the higher I can get this, the better it is. So I'm going to kind of lift my ribs and really turn so my legs have a lot of room. And my hands, I've got those chaturanga arms. Now I'm going to bring one arm out. This right arm is going to come out a little wider. If you need that elbow as a shelf, you can use it. But it's harder on your body, and it's really good to learn it if you can bring this arm out. I'm going to rise up into the toes, keep my knees together, and see if I can just kind of fold some weight over. And just start this kind of a rocking. You can reach up, press the hands down, lean over, pressing back. So you're going to feel that right oblique kick in right away. And you might just be here. You might have those toes down and lean over and hold that part of the pose. Now, if you're not even close, your heels might be up, you might be having a little bit of difficulty, you can use your block kind of like a shelf. You can put more than one block together depending on where you are, so you have a little bit sturdier of a surface. What this does is it just builds the floor up a little bit, so it makes it a little more accessible to you. So as you're here, I'm still reaching this arm out, but you're going to notice I'm right there. So I can lean right over. So this is a good place to practice. And again, I want you to just start practicing, keeping those arms at 90 degrees. Now, if you do not need the block, you're going to find your crow pose. So we're going to bring that over. We're going to bring that left elbow over as far as you can. Rise up high onto the toes. Really snuggle in. And if you're already in this, you've been in it for a while, you're doing awesome. Press your knees together and squeeze your thighs like you have a block together. Lift your chest and try to lengthen your heart. So lengthen your heart forward and keep the legs extending. Now as you're here, you might take that bottom leg out. You might extend out. This is Ekapada 1. You can come into this variation as you're here. You can come into a number of variations. Kind of play with it and see. And then we're going to come down for a moment. So before we get that other side, I want you to come down towards the ground. Bring yourself all the way down. And just extend the legs up for a moment. Grab onto both knees and just open your hips a little. Rolling out into the lower spine. Pressing the feet down. Taking your hands, making sure the heels are connected. Peel your spine up the ground, off the ground, and just bring your shoulder blades a little closer together. Maybe hands are touching the heels. Draw the belly in. So pulling the belly towards the spine. But again, I'm not creating this C shape. When I'm pulling the belly in, you want to think about the whole abdomen getting really tight. If when you pull that belly in, you're creating this crunch and this posterior tilt, you want to kind of not do that. So think about maybe a wider area, not just the belly, but the whole front sheath of the body pulling in, connecting to the spine. Bring the shoulder blades a little closer together. Maybe walk the feet in a little bit. Support yourself on the left leg. Reach and extend the right leg up. And take a moment rolling out the ankle. Think about bringing that right leg forward, knee aligns, pressing up through the left heel. Staying here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring the leg down, stay up as high as you can, lifting up for 3. 2, fire up the glutes. 1, bring that right leg back in, lowering down. Push the lower back down, hover here for a moment. We're going to reach and extend the arms up, walk the feet forward a little bit, and see if you can start lifting in. Push your lower belly down, and see if you can extend your legs, coming into your half boat, your Ardha Navasana. Keeping the shoulder blades back, staying here, firm up the legs for 3, and 2, and 1. Inhale, coming through full Navasana. Maybe extending those legs up, maybe reaching the arms up. Then we're going to bring the feet down, reach yourself forward, and we'll find that other side. All right, so if you need the blankets there, I'm gonna swivel and try to bring my whole body over towards the left side. So the right arm is moving here, but I need to use the strength of the obliques as I'm here. I want to try to bring this left arm out just a little bit, so I'm not using the elbow underneath. Press the hands down, rise up on the toes as much as you can, keeping the knees squeezing together, maybe thinking like you have a $100 bill between the knees. Reach your chin forward and think about finding length. And as I find length, I'm going to reach those legs out. Maybe that bottom leg is extending. Keep the legs tight. Right leg might reach up, finding that eckapada one. When you're ready, bring yourself back and toes come down. Woo. All right, so coming back onto the back, lowering yourself down, taking it nice and slow. And again, just take a moment, grab your legs, move a little side to side. So we don't realize with oblique work how much we're working into the lower back, but there's a lot of lower back work there. So just taking a moment, kind of resetting, fingers are going to come to the heel, and I want you to think about peeling your spine up. Now if you can, walk your shoulder blades in a little closer, kick on the hamstrings. So I'm not over-firing the glutes. Press into the right leg and see if you can lift the left leg up. Squeeze your inner thighs as though they're still together. And find equality in your sides. So not one hip is sinking down. Keep it lifted up. On your exhale, see if you can start to bring your left knee so it aligns with the right. Keep the ribs aligned. Notice if there's one rib that's kind of popping up a little more than the other. Pulling in. When you're ready, bringing that leg down, lifting up a little bit more for 3. And 2. And 1, lowering down. Nice grab onto the legs. Think about walking the feet out a little bit. On your inhale, lifting your shoulders, gazing down towards your feet, snuggling your lower back into the mat on your exhale, reaching your arms forward, extending the right leg. And if you have that, extend the left. Maybe lift the heart, push the lower back in, and just paddle out the feet. Let's find 10. And 9. Keep the lower back down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up, Navasana. Extend the legs, really strong core. Reach the arms forward, stand here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, exhale, press into the lower back. Maybe reach the arms up, paddle the feet. Maybe reach the arms, let's go 10. Toy soldier, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, come on, 3, 2, 1. Grab onto your knees, roll side to side. So grab onto your right knee, extend your left leg. Take your right leg gently over towards the left side. And just take a moment here. Reach the right arm out. Find this gentle twist. So we did a lot of twisting today. And just kind of allowing for this stretch, this rebound. If that feels good, start to bend the left foot, maybe, or knee. Grab onto the foot if it's available. If it's comfortable, slide your left hand down, maybe finding the toes. If you found the toes, extend the leg out, coming into this variation of cat pulling its own tail. And just maybe both shoulders are down. Allow the abdomen to relax. And if any of those adjustments are not available, find the adjustment that is available for your body and relax in that. Part of yoga is about meeting myself where I am today, not worrying about where I'm going tomorrow. When you're ready, bring both knees back together and inhale, bring the legs back up. Place the feet down, lower the lower back down. If you would like to come into a bridge from here, you can. If you want to take a back bend from here, you can. So maybe the hands find the feet. Make sure the knees and the toes face forward. My legs are a block distance apart. So try to keep them in that same range. If you're coming up through your back bend, bring your shoulders in a little bit. Maybe taking the hands back behind you, palms face towards the back of the mat. On your inhale, press to the crown of the head. Walk your hands towards your ears. Firm up your legs and inhale, extend. Now as you extend, squeeze your thighs together, not your knees. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Pull your shins forward towards the front of the mat. And make sure your toes are facing forward. See if you have little tiny movements forward and back. It's not necessary to straighten out the legs. A lot of times as I straighten the legs, I can press into the spine. So listen to your body. And when you're ready, bend your elbows, bring the crown of the head down. Release the back of the head down, shoulders down, lower back stays down. Allow your body to rebound here. And just take your hand to your belly and your heart. Maybe finding a few nice, gentle belly breaths. And anytime I come into those belly breaths, I am stimulating the vagus nerve. I am tapping into my parasympathetic nervous system and allowing my body to come a little down. And so I'm going to grab onto the left knee, straighten out the right leg. And just pushing the right hip flexor down a little. On your exhale, bring your left knee gently across your body, not trying to find these huge twists or adjustments. Maybe move the hips a little bit, maybe adjust the shoulders, but see what is available. In yoga, sometimes they use the term organic, because organic is clean. It's without refinement, it's without additives. So when you're thinking about your pose, what am I doing to make it more original? To make it without preservatives, without damaging complexities. When you're ready, if you're easily able to find that right leg, point the right knee down, maybe grabbing onto the right foot. You can slide the right hand down the front of the shin, maybe finding the left big toe, and then maybe extending that leg out over towards the right. And just staying in this position, seeing if you can soften something more, relax something more. And then bringing the knees back in. Taking the feet back to the mat. Now you have the option of coming into just a comfortable Shavasana, where your legs are extended, everything is relaxed. But Shavasana can be a number of different ways. And every once in a while I like to draw my knees in and allow my arms to kind of rebound and relax. You can let the spine go into its natural S-curve. But make sure you're not feeling pain or discomfort in any area of your body. Your Shavasana doesn't have to be long, but we should at least give our body a minute to absorb what it just did and allow our body to take on the effects. Kind of drawing awareness of where maybe I started and where I gained a little bit of strength. If I didn't gain strength, I might have gained awareness, knowledge. I might have gained just more familiarity. And so when a baby starts walking, they're going to try things 100 different ways. We don't tell them after 3 or 4 times that, you are just not good at this. You are not meant to walk. Because we're all walking. So we are meant to do it, but we don't all find it on the first try, the second try, the third time. So anything that you are working towards, body up. You're halfway there. Just making those little movements with your body, maybe the fingers and toes. If it's comfortable, just rocking yourself over to your right side. If the right side is not available, rock to the left. When you're ready, we're going to push ourselves up into a seated pose. We'll finish off with a few deep breaths. And so we're going to inhale through your nose, hold your breath, and exhale. Maybe close the eyes and just feel how the breath feels in your body today. So let's inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 2,